Dungeons and Daddies is a rowdy, horny, violent podcast for grown-ups. Content warnings can be found in the episode description.
Hello, and are you looking to be an intern for 4 dads? My name is Ron F. Stampler, CEO, CFO, CQD, SOS, ETC of Stampler Business, and we are looking for our sons. We're also looking for an unpaid intern to start immediately, right now. Are you an enthusiastic rock star who loves to have fun but loves to get coffee even more? Are you alive, physically fit with thick skin, and able to take criticism and yelling and screaming and sometimes murder but not always, and sometimes there's curse words and we talk about sex? We have just the job for you. Or should we say internship? That's right. You're getting paid in experience, the pleasure of our company, and a chance to get a foot in the door in an industry where you are not valued and considered replaceable. We did a bad thing with a town and a pyramid, and now we're looking to explore that pyramid and vanquish the evil within so that we can hire mercenaries that cost actual money instead of you, potential intern candidate. We get into extremely long, boring arguments, which is why we need an intern to do the things we need to do while we're arguing about whether to do them. This internship requires a master's degree and 7 years of electrical engineering experience. This is an entry-level position with competitive pay. We're competing to see how much you'll work for no money. We're also super rich and you are LOL. Please submit a resume and a cover letter. We don't have a printer, so just come tell us. Are you ready to be called Daddy? Then hop aboard the Revenge of the Mummy the ride and take part in this incredible opportunity.
Welcome, folks, and Happy New Year. Welcome back to Dungeons and Daddies, not a BDSM podcast, actually a Dungeons and Dragons podcast, a story about 4 dads from our world who are flung into the Forgotten Realms in the quest to rescue their lost sons. I almost forgot that. It's been that long since we recorded.
Wow.
My name is Freddie Wong, and I play Glenn Close, the rock and roll bard dad of the group. And Glenn's cool dad fact is this. You would expect...
They're cool facts now, not dad facts.
You changed it up.
2020, new year, baby.
It's 2020. New year, new us.
You would expect Glenn, a guy who's been on the road, to recognize the mummy ride, either in the LA or the Florida incarnation. And the fact is, Glenn is a big theme park junkie. But the truth is, Glenn only goes for Disney, baby. Glenn's a hardcore Disney buff. He's got Disney pins. He goes to Disney World every chance he gets. They always got to stop off in Orlando and
Is he
refuses.
an AP holder?
Oh, yeah. AP holder's got the mouse on the... Yeah,
It's crazy that he's so anti-government and doesn't realize that Disney is basically...
Anti-government, pro-corporate.
Yeah.
It makes him charming now. It's like he's got his blind spot because he just loves Mickey
he
Mouse so much.
refuses to go to that Harry Potter land. That's some bullshit knockoff crap.
I would have
he never has touched
put
Universal.
money on Glenn Close being pro-Universal, fuck Disney.
No,
like that
loves
seems
Disney.
like so Fast and the Furious rides, King Kong.
Nah, cheap crap. And that's Glenn's dad fact.
Hi, my name is Matt Arnold. I play Darryl Wilson, a stay-at-home coach dad who's a barbarian once he enters the Forgotten Realms. What?
He was a barbarian before. He just didn't know.
It's just all these subtle changes to like Freddie saying "cool dad" and then you adding when he goes to the Forgotten Realms.
Matt says it all the time. He's like a barbarian now in the Forgotten Realms.
Yeah, I just shifted it.
Maybe
it's
it's just been so long since I've done it. I don't remember what anyone else does.
I actually don't recognize any.
I know. What is this? A little dad fact about Darryl. A little bit also about the theme parks. But one of the first things that Darryl connected with Grant, who's a big video game player, is that he saw that he was playing theme park. And he was like, if you like those stupid, if you like that on the computer, let's go to a real one. And Grant and Darryl love roller coasters. That's like their thing. They're like big roller coaster nerds. But the first time Grant went on a roller coaster, he loved it. But he's got a little weak stomach.
Queasy.
So he threw up all over himself, and he was so embarrassed. Darryl went into the stall and also just pretended to throw up.
That's very cute.
And now he does that all the time. So Grant always throws up or gets a sick stomach, and Grant and Darryl always has to keep pretending that he also has a sick. But no. Daryl's stomach's hard as a rock. Nothing upsets Daryl's stomach. But
That's
nobody
super
knows that.
cute. Hey everyone, my name's Will Campos. I play Henry Oak, the crunchy munchy granola munchin hippie Birkenstock rocking nature druid dad.
Nice. You got it.
Who turns into a druid when he
Guys,
goes
he
to
did that
the...
without a teleprompter. That was impressive.
I'm very excited about this fun fact. Fun fact about Henry this
Wait, is it
week.
a fun fact now?
Oh my God.
Cool.
It's fun to me. Dad fact about Henry this week. Like Ron, Henry's favorite musical is Cats.
Man, good
But-
to see the representation.
No,
here.
I know where this is going. I
Not
hate this.
the musical Cats. Just the music that cats make.
Oh God.
He just loves hearing. There's an alley cat that lives nearby
God.
who sings his mournful tune, and Henry always imagines him serenading some lost love, and it's his favorite musical.
Isn't that the equivalent of cats screaming, just, I want fuck!
Yeah.
I want fuck!
It's the language. It's the romance of nature. There's no more beautifully
Will,
expressed
come
than
over
that.
to my house and listen to my stupid cat just like for like ever.
I do have an addendum to the dad fact, which is that Henry's never been to the musical Cats, but he has been to Larkin Sparrow's parody of Cats called Nads, which they did for the 5th grade talent show and earned a suspension. Most of the lyrics have to do with jellicle sounding like testicle. Scrotum tugger is a curious sack.
Oh man,
Oh, very good.
that's good.
You got that
Good.
locked, cocked, and ready to go.
Yeah.
They go to the spermicide layer at the end.
Very good.
Anyway, that's my dad fact.
Wow, good job.
I had a month to work on that, and it shows.
True.
Hi, my name is Beth May, and I play Ron Stampler, emotionally detached stepfather and rogue. A dad fact about Ron that is neither cool nor fun is that every year for a New Year's resolution, Ron and Samantha try to buddy up, which is essentially the same thing as saying that Ron says that his resolution is whatever Samantha says her resolution is. So this year's resolution, since Samantha's kind of caught on to Ron's MO here, is that Samantha, therefore Ron, decided they were going to be kinder in the new year, practice more kindness. And in order to do that, Ron went to Hallmark and bought a big stack of greeting cards. And that's all he's done so far.
Where are the greeting cards? Are they just sitting at home, or did he bring any with him on the Forgotten Realms journey?
I think they're just probably sitting at home. I don't think the package is off them or anything.
I'm Anthony Burch. I'm your dad. And
Hey,
Hey,
Dad.
I missed you during the holidays.
Where were you?
Where were you at Christmas, Dad?
You didn't call.
I was at home enjoying myself, enjoying the silence. I didn't have to wrangle a bunch of rowdy boys. My dad fact is that this is now officially an award-winning podcast.
Hey.
Because the Audioverse Awards awarded us they awarded me Best Player Direction of a New Production, which is A, the first time I've ever won an award that actually was based on my own merits, and B, is just wrong. It's about player direction, of which I have done almost none whatsoever. But thanks for that. That's nice.
Did anybody else win? Did the
whole podcast won as
the
well, I
podcast
believe.
win something else, or was
did
it just
they?
your award?
Literally, Freddie only sent me the one about me. He didn't send me the other one. I didn't know that. I assumed if the podcast had won something, you would have sent me that too. But you only sent me that one.
That is a very Freddie move.
Oh my God.
Oh,
That's great.
man.
How is that a Freddie move? Okay, well, we did actually.
I'm glad that didn't blow back on me. I'm glad it's a Freddie thing.
We also got Best New Improvised Production.
cool.
Wow.
Along with some other very cool folks. So thanks, Audioverse Awards.
Yeah, and like if Joker wins Best Picture, it's just like good choices all around. Like award season really coming in fresh.
I'll tell you what this podcast wouldn't win, which is the Dutch-Danish Cultural Sensitivity Award.
Yeah.
We just got to quick address this
That's on
one
me.
because
That's
we
on
saw
me.
that
That's on
one.
me. Y'all look the same. Sorry.
So
sorry.
to be clear, the little Danish boys actually probably a little more Dutch because the Danish is Abelskivers and they have more of like a cough sound.
He
They
must have
have
been so excited to get in on that internet outrage. He must have gotten the alarm like, somebody finally made fun of somebody
It's
did
finally our
something.
turn. Go,
Somebody
go, go.
our turn.
I kind of feel bad because I looked for examples of like what a Danish accent sounds like. I'm like, well, how different was it? And it sounds just like a pretty normal, like it does not sound like an accent. It sounds just
Yeah.
like a slightly British, slightly Germanic.
They're not fucking freaks like the Dutch. They're weird voices.
Dude, the Dutch are freaky,
Welcome
man.
to 2020.
Everybody who doesn't have an American accent from California sounds
fucking horrific.
So, Anthony, just right now, do you want to keep it as a Danish boy? In which case, you need a little bit of a less lilting Scandinavian accent and a
Dutch
low
boy.
and free jaw. As if
Excalibur
you have.
is a Dutch boy now.
Yeah,
Okay.
don't change his voice. That's for sure.
I mean,
the
don't
voice is
sound
staying.
down
I'm
about
not
being
gonna
Dutch
learn
is
a new
cool,
accent.
too.
It took me all year to come up with 2 new accents. Like cram them into the same episode like a fucking rube. The last time we left you, last decade, the
Ooh, there you go.
So that's a dad
That's
joke.
a dad
for you.
joke, yeah.
You'd finally gone into the pyramid and found out that it was the Revenge of the Mummy ride from Universal Studios Hollywood.
Glenn spits on the ground. Is this a Universal Studios ride? Ugh.
You were basically going in there to take care of the mummy lord that was inside in exchange for Boreanaz agreeing to let you buy more mercenaries for your assault on Barovia. You'd seen on the outside a sign with some of the letters missing on the left and right ends of the words. You realized that's Revenge of the Mummy, the ride. And inside you found a sign with every third letter missing that ended up spelling, this is a high-speed roller coaster with dramatic acceleration climbing, Ilan? I don't know. And backwards motion. Persons with the following conditions should not ride. And there was a bunch of stuff. It was the biggest mistake I ever made, and a lot of mistakes that I've made as a podcast host. So as you're looking at this car full of seats, essentially.
So we're at the front of the line. We fast pass up to
Yeah,
the
you
front.
fast pass there.
Nice.
You decided to come
So
back.
I do want to add that when the second Henry puts it together, he staggers back and he says, "My God, this can't be. This is impossible. The Revenge of the Mummy ride in Universal Studios isn't a pyramid on the outside.
The Forgotten Realms does weird stuff to things.
It must be some sort of magic. This is crazy, guys. There's a roller coaster in here.
Yeah, have you guys been on this?
No.
No.
This is not even like a level 1 hurler. Like not even Grant throws up on this guy. It's okay.
So
Like, we could go on it though.
It's not a scary ride?
You know what the best part is? It's a little scary. There's like some bugs and some like air spray.
What do you mean?
Like little fake bugs. Like they make you think there's some bugs on it.
Oh, okay. How tall do you have to be?
About like 4 feet.
Now,
Oh.
see, I've never been on a roller coaster, and I don't take the boys.
You've not been on a single roller coaster.
Because of the whole capitalism thing. And, for me,
I don't buy things.
me and the boys are.
Where do you live, Henry?
I understand that I have to participate in society, but there's just some things like to me my favorite roller coaster is rolling down a hill. So that's what I do with the boys. I don't really think Lark and Sparrow and high speed machinery should be in the same room either. So this is like but I don't understand. It's from our world. It must have come here like we did.
So as you're saying that, a wall illuminates in front of you, and you see a not too great circa like 2005 CG face come out of a bunch of sand, and it says,
Serve me and savor the riches of eternal life, and join us in eternal death. Now your souls belong to me forever.
and then the chariot of seats just zooms into the darkness, essentially.
Oh my
and then
God,
It's pretty
that guy
cool,
looked-
guys. They actually do different ones. There's 3 faces, and even though it seems like you're going a different direction, it's always the same. But like it feels like it's
Now,
different
is
every
it
time.
always-
Oh, hold on.
He's-
Sorry. Glenn Close Disney file here, stepping in. I think you're confusing Revenge of the Mummy the ride with the Indiana Jones ride, which has a rotating chamber of 3 separate rooms, which hasn't worked since about like the mid 2000s. So you're always stuck on the middle route in. But originally, when the ride came out, it made it so that when you got into that section around the corner, the entire room, man, would rotate depending and give you 3 different options. So it felt like you were doing something different every single time. Also, did you know that at the end of the ride, you actually don't go
Okay,
back?
so
and then you hear some like roller coaster ass noises in the darkness, and then the ride comes back to a stop, back where it was.
Wait, guys, was this the same car?
oh, maybe
could-
We should
Ron,
mark it somehow.
Let's put something on the car.
I have an idea. Ron,
Yeah. I'm sorry. It looks. I don't think I'm actually 4 feet. I think I'm 5'4". And if you're only allowed to be 4 feet to ride the roller coaster, then I clearly can't ride the roller coaster. I have to stay here.
Ron, here's what I was going to suggest.
Okay.
Just to make sure that the ride is safe, why don't we put one of your frogs
That's
on
what
it?
I was thinking too. I think that the frogs together are 4 foot tall and that they could ride the roller coaster.
Maybe
Okay,
instead of just a frog, we like put something kind of like human size, like a test dummy
That's a
type
good
thing.
idea.
See if there's any decapitations or like.
And
Glenn slowly raises a finger and points to intern Doug.
No, not a person.
What do you mean?
But like, some clothes and like, hey, just put some stuff together.
I don't mean to be crass, but there's got to be like a spare corpse in this town somewhere, right? That we could put on the ride
Hey,
just
Doug,
to see what
hey,
happens.
Doug, can you give us like,
go outside and get us a spare corpse,
can you get us like 4 coffees and like a spare corpse?
Yeah, how you want that corpse?
Not quite rigor
Intact,
mortis.
new.
Intact, 6'2".
All right, let me go find
Who's
one.
the tallest here?
Henry's probably like 5'8".
Glenn's probably like a good average 5'8".
All right, Daryl's 6. So we'll say, 6'2", just to make
6'2",
sure, like,
6'2".
if anything
Okay.
hits the top of the head off.
All right, I'll be right back. So he leaves, and within 15 seconds, comes back with a fresh bleeding corpse with the top of its forehead sawn off. He goes, "I found a guy that was like 6'4", but I made do."
Was he?
So where do you,
I love the enthusiasm, but was this guy alive when you found him?
where do you want me to put him? Do you want him in the?
Yeah, front
who wants
seat,
him?
Doug.
Front seat. Okay, cool.
Could you put his hands up so he could be like, woo?
Yeah, no problem. I mean, if we wait long enough, rigor mortis will set in and they'll stay there. If you want to test for like his hands
let's
getting
do
taken
that.
off or whatever.
Guys, can we do a quick dad huddle?
Dad huddle.
Hey guys, this is coming up on the performance review. I love this Doug guy, man.
No, I
He's
think
a
he
go-getter.
killed a man.
What? Nah.
I've had enough ethical quandaries and crises for one day, so I'm just going to assume that man just died his own way, and then I'm going to stuff all my feelings down about it for a while. So that's how I'm planning on handling this
Okay,
one.
I'm okay with that. We can do that for right
I
now.
love that Henry's character arc is like, I don't want to argue about what's right or wrong because it's uncomfortable.
You mean the character arc we all have as human beings?
Yeah, it's very true.
Henry's going to pick his battles on this one, or we're going to be here all week.
Oh, my question is, if he's 6'3" now with half of his head cut off,
6'2".
6'2". I mean, that guy could have been a pretty tall guy. That's just something to say.
You're right, Ron. He could have been a lot of things. A father, a husband.
Strap him in. Oh, make sure we do
Doug straps him in and
lowers the restraint bar.
Does he have to
restraint
do
bar.
the check thing where he's like pushing on the
He's
bar?
pulling back. He does the jiggering of the bar, whatever. It's good. He's like, "We're good," and points to
He gives
no
a thumbs
one.
up.
He points to like a console that has buttons on it, but there's nobody there. And then the face comes out, says the whole lines again.
Now, is that this Vin Diesel I've been hearing so much about?
And then the coaster zooms off, and then you hear all the noises. And when it comes back, you can see that the corpse is
fucking thrilled and ready to buy some t-shirts.
Alive again.
well, on your way, whenever you guys leave on your way out, you're going to see a picture of the corpse that you can buy in the gift shop. But no, he is made of stone.
Whoa.
He comes back and he's not flesh anymore. He's stone.
Hey, if we had all gone on that ride, the podcast would have been over.
So there is a console, like I mentioned before, with some buttons on it that looks like it's probably not been used in a while.
Sounds like my Wii U, am I right?
Fuck.
That joke's like 4 years old.
That's really good. No, that's like that perfect like sweet spot of like how like a year and a half, 2 years ago it was funny to say my wife, like from Borat. Like you fucking found it for Wii U. Holy shit. So yeah, mainly there's that console there if you wanted to like, I don't know, investigate it and see if there's...
Let's investigate the console.
Okay. So in there, you see written in hieroglyphics that only Doug can translate. So he picks it up and he reads it to you and he says, okay, so I almost made a payment.
It's not a console from Revenge of the Mummy, the ride.
No, the console is from the Revenge of the Mummy, but
the
inside
writing
the
on
console there is a parchment with some like hieroglyphs on it that he goes like, oh, I can read this.
Does it then have it like in French and German and like...
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So he goes, okay, so it looks like it's like directions or a warning or something.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's 3. So the first one is phrase of the mummy. Second one is risk of the mummy. And the third one is bite of the mummy.
Bite of the money, phrase of the mummy.
Bite of the money. I like that. That's my
Capitalism.
band.
I mean, maybe there's 3. Like I was saying, I think there are 3. Are there like 3 heads?
No, there's only the one head. Unfortunately, Glenn was correct, and you're thinking of Indiana Jones. But there are several phases to the Mummy roller coaster.
Oh. I want to investigate the button on the console and see if there's anything that stands out. It's like a way, maybe even like pausing the ride or turning the lights on, that sort of thing. They usually will have those for emergencies.
Okay, why don't you roll? It's
Roll
2020,
Disney
which means
wisdom.
it's the first time we get to have this conversation again of what is the difference between investigation and perception? But whichever one of those you feel is
It would
most-
be investigation, I think.
Okay.
But I'd like a bonus for my Disney knowledge and watching all of the YouTube videos of all the different like Disney ride
This isn't
videos.
Disney.
But
Yeah,
ride
you're at
You
disadvantage.
hate-
This
you
is
hate
Universal Studios. You
Universal.
get disadvantage.
True, you're right.
Shouldn't
Okay,
have
so the
asked,
first
Freddie.
one was 18 plus 2, which was 20. The second one is 11 plus 2 is a 13.
Okay, so 13's not going to be enough to notice
Shut
anything
the
of use.
fuck up.
Got to be at least 15. You shouldn't have been a Disney boy.
So
I'm gonna go look at the button and investigate it.
Okay, you can roll without advantage or
I've never been
disadvantage.
to any theme park.
Then you should definitely have disadvantage.
I mean, yes, I
Nope,
have.
too late. Damage done.
Oh, I got a natural 20.
Yeah, roll again. Doesn't
Oh,
matter.
with disadvantage.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
This is tough.
Roll
Two in a
again.
row,
Roll
do it.
again just to fucking throw it in his face.
That is a 7.
Yeah, nah.
You guys have never been to this roller coaster? Let me show you what's up. Let me take a look, and then I go investigate with my extreme knowledge.
It breaks after Beth looks at it. You can't just all keep stacking your rolls. If you have 4 chances
Wait,
at any
we
given
broke
thing.
the
It broke?
console?
Yeah,
I want to
and-
investigate the ruins of the console. Why did it break?
Yeah, go ahead and investigate with advantage now that it's broken.
Hope the ride doesn't break that
because
easily.
that was a 1. I got a 12.
Yeah.
All right.
So can we
You'll
just
never
press
know.
buttons? Can we just press
Wait,
buttons?
I mean,
on
it's broken now, so who cares?
Oh, okay.
So the ride
you
won't work
describe-
at all?
Dude, Anthony fixed
No,
D&D.
the ride works. So as you're having this conversation, the ride again resets. The body comes back. It's the same cart. It's still got the body on it. So you're seeing that whatever is keeping it running, it's not technology. This coaster console has nothing to do, seemingly, with the fact that this is still running.
Hey, Henry, you've been doing some magic lately. Do we have any way, it'd be good if when we send that corpse back through, I don't know, can we see through the eyes of anybody or
You know what we could do is I have my phone. We could record
Yeah,
a video.
There we go.
Ooh.
That's,
How about
what I mean.
that?
That's why we got our phones.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
That's
All right.
cool.
All right.
Make
But
sure you put the flashlight on.
okay, I'm going to put the
So he's
flashlight on.
That's great because he's rigor mortis in this
Yeah.
pose, so he's
Yeah.
holding a phone.
That's very funny.
I'm going to put the flashlight on, and I'm going to give one of you Mercedes O. Garcia's phone number. Don't go you misusing it,
Hey,
gentlemen.
Henry, I'll take that phone number.
Just feeding those fucking fans. Just drizzling it on
all
their
right,
tongue.
all right, Darryl. Here's a Mercedes phone number.
555.
555 fake
69.
69 nice. Now this is an iPhone 3, so it technically has video and a flashlight.
Okay, so you're gonna have to roll to see if your phone's battery lasts. You have to get above a 4.
I got a natural one.
Your phone is dead.
Oh, beans! Oh, wow! I'm
Your
glad I
phone-
gave you Mercedes'
Yeah.
number.
Your phone dies in your hand.
Glenn, how about your phone?
My phone died too, man.
The only phones remaining are Ron's and Daryl's, and Daryl's is a Nokia that doesn't have a camera.
No.
Okay, before we go off using my phone, I just want to talk to the corpse guy and see if I can investigate him as a person, but then also just sort of get a sense of what happened to him, what he's seen. Hi. Good ride, huh? Okay, yeah, I'll put my phone on this thing.
Okay, so roll above a 6.
Oh God.
Oh, no, it's getting real.
15. Nice.
Okay, cool.
my God.
All right, so your phone still works. Next time you're gonna have to beat a 7.
Yikes.
What phone do you have? Better than an iPhone 3?
I'll say I have an iPhone 4.
I feel like Ron has a Nokia N-Gage that he thinks is a phone. Ron has a Game Boy
Nintendo
Color.
DS,
Yeah. There's a Game Boy Color with a phone card attached to it.
Yep.
No, I think he has an iPhone 4R.
Okay, cool. All right, well then, yeah. So if you want to, I just feel like you just would.
Hit record.
Okay, I'm gonna take a quick selfie of us real quick. Throw up the peace sign, say "Mummy."
Mommy.
Daryl flexes. Ugh.
Okay.
So Doug's in the back and he's throwing up very offensive gang signs. You don't know any gangs here, but you can tell he shouldn't have done that.
Okay, so then I put the phone in the
Strong grip.
strong
Great.
rigor mortis grip.
Yeah. It's made of stone now.
Okay, cool.
The coaster goes into the darkness. It comes.
Shit! I just realized what's gonna happen.
Yeah, the phone's gonna be stoned.
Fucking idiot.
Yeah.
We were so clever for a second.
Yeah. The coaster comes back, and now the phone is also stoned. So you lost the phone.
Son of a bitch.
So we have one phone.
You have
rolled
one
a
phone, and
15
it's
though.
Oh no, Ron! It looks like your phone bricked.
Fuck off.
But I will
Oh,
say,
that's it. Wait. That was the first dad joke of 2020.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, everybody.
Bring in the new year with some damage, guys.
Everybody, take a D4 damage.
4 damage. Fuck you, Will.
4 damage.
Shall old acquaintance be forgot and roll psychic damage?
That's
4.
a 4. Wow, that's the most lethal dad joke we've ever had. 2020 is off to a good start. World War III now this.
Achievement unlocked. All right, dads.
Okay, so I will say
Play of the game.
that because you had a cool idea with the phone, when it comes back, you can see frozen, like somebody chiseled it into
Which
the
scene
screen.
is it? Is it Olaf when he comes to life?
I hate you so much for saying that.
Wow.
You see it chiseled into the screen of the X iPhone. It took a picture of something like words hovering in the air. The first word is death, and then there are 4 blanks after it. So that was the last thing this thing saw before it got petrified. Death,
Blank, blank,
blank, blank, blank. Death, blank, 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 blank.
Okay, so the first thing was phrase of the mummy, and then assuming that these are corpses and like a phone, I bet you they weren't able to say it. It feels like you gotta say something, and that's gotta be
stone.
to not be stone. Yeah.
Oh, it's like you gotta go.
The phrase.
This is a tricky one, guys. This seems like
I'm all for solving puzzles, but right now it seems like the only option is to kind of go on that thing, but like,
Close our eyes.
it's a risk.
It's real risky,
we could send
guys.
Doug in.
I'm not going to send them. We're going to have a stone Doug on our
He
hands.
did murder a man. Doug, you murdered that man,
No,
right?
he didn't. He found him like that. Doug, don't answer that question. Doug found a man and who just he was missing the top of
Doug's
his head.
eyes are just very big, and he's looking at Darryl, and he's nodding slowly.
Okay, well, what are common phrases that start with death and end with 4 blanks?
Death becomes her.
Starring Meryl Streep. That's what I was thinking too.
Meryl Streep. Why does that name
okay, so
ring a
I'll
bell?
tell you the number of letters in each of them. How about that?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So the first blank is 2 letters. So it's death, beep, beep. The second blank is 4 letters.
Death is only the beginning.
Oh, shit.
That's my gut. That's what I'm thinking.
The third blank is 3 letters.
Fucking.
And the last
From
blank is however many
downtown.
letters the word beginning is.
I'm really good at
Well,
escape
Death-
rooms, guys. Anybody who wants to do an escape room with Freddie, you just let me know. Freddie kills escape rooms. He doesn't by himself oftentimes because he likes to see how they're
It's
designed.
phrase. So, yeah, you probably have to say, I like where your head's at, Glenn. I think it's like you have to say the
Yeah.
phrase. What were the other ones? What did it say?
It was
Risk.
the risk of the mummy and the bite of the mummy. I should say that Disney Imagineering would never let such sloppy ride design go out to public, but
Risk of the mummy, bite of the mummy.
Well,
All right, guys.
I think we just got to go and strap in.
I'm ready to ride. We're going to have to think quick. We're going to have to be on our feet,
Are we just going to yell death is only the beginning?
We'll say death is only the beginning. And that's got to be the one that turns you into stone because the man who happens to be dead, who we found dead, he can't talk. So that's probably what happened, right?
Doug, you want to come with us?
All
Doug, you're coming with us, man.
right.
All right,
be
man. If
important
you're going
for
to come
the-
anyways, we could always do it once with you. Since you're going the right anyways, why don't you go on and give it a shot?
You want me to go first?
I'm just saying he's going to do it anyways.
Why don't you roll persuasion?
I mean, if he doesn't go, then, like you guys have an even number on the coaster. That's great. So you guys could go with 4 people.
I got a 14.
Why don't you roll with advantage since you're his boss and he's an intern?
Oh.
That's a 19.
Okay, so he goes, yeah, it sounds good.
I really feel like it's
But he's
me.
going to go anyways, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. And he knows the phrase.
All right, I'll see you guys in a bit, I guess.
Hey, look, he's
will
all
you-
our interns. We don't have to do it. I'm just
will you-
offering.
will you-
Wait, but we don't know what the other traps are. There's 3 things, right? I think we all have a better chance of making it through this thing if we work together.
I just want you to tell Benedict Cabbage Patch that I would have gone. I just want that on the
Oh, we
record.
definitely will. Okay.
Yeah, no,
well,
for sure.
you can use this as a reference.
Okay, thank
Yeah.
you.
To admit-
That's all I want.
I'm scared we're going to die.
Glenn is itching to get on because secretly he's a big Disney fan, but also he wants to taste the forbidden fruit of a Universal Studios ride. And this might be the only chance he can justify doing it.
Okay, here's what we're going to do. If it looks like we're all going to die, Darryl, you pull out that orb and we all hold on to you and then we teleport to Grant.
Oh, fuck.
I like that. Henry, good thinking.
Oh my
Good thinking.
God.
I pull the orb out and I hold it and I make the sign of the cross. I'm like, let's do this thing.
Real quick,
Okay.
how does the orb work again? It's just
So
like
the orb
thought.
works when you activate it. Anybody touching it teleports to where the other orb is. So you would go to wherever the hell Grant's orb
How do you
is.
activate it? By saying,
You activate it by going into the game and talking to the DM and saying you activate it.
yeah, okay.
All right. So you all get in.
All right.
I mean, it looks like look, 2 up here, 2 up in those seats, and then 2 behind those seats. There's really no room.
Dang, sorry, Ron. I'm just saying that I'm looking at the Revenge of the Mummy ride. It does look like it holds 16 people
Yeah,
per
16
ride
people
car.
per coaster.
Okay.
4 rows of 4.
Hey, Ron, but you can sit between us. It'll be right in the center. That's the safest spot.
Okay, cool. All right.
Does Ron get nauseous or does Ron just get scared?
I think Ron just gets scared.
Okay. Because
Ron, it's
otherwise I was
okay,
going to have
man.
you roll Constitution
Hey.
saving throws all the time to
No.
stop vomiting.
Ron, it's okay. We all get scared, and we're all scared right now. This is a pretty scary thing we're doing.
I'm not scared. I'm a man. I'm a manly man. I'm really excited about this roller coaster. Whee!
Glenn sits down and crosses his arms and be like, let's just see what the so-called Imagineers at Universal got with their
Well, already
sleeves.
put a finger on the orb here, including you, Doug, I guess. Doug's behind us, definitely. So he's stretching over. Okay.
Yeah, he's stretching over to touch the thing. All right. Y'all buckled in.
Yes.
You check your thingies.
I'm chanting, death is only the beginning, death is only the beginning, death is
Great.
only the beginning.
So the coaster speeds off.
Ron starts screaming immediately. And it's not just screaming, it's like,
Beth backing away from the microphone had no effect on blowing it out.
And the music from the Stephen Sommers classic blockbuster The Mummy starts playing in the speakers in the seat back behind you.
Hey, Ron, you're going to feel air, but it's not real arrows.
there's
It's just
somebody
air.
airing on me. There's air on me.
They're not real arrows. Don't worry.
Okay.
So you come, and then the
Hell yeah,
you
we
come.
do.
Yeah, you come. So you're zooming left and right and taking corkscrews and really and as far as indoor coasters go, it's not a bad one. And then all of a sudden it comes to a sudden stop, and you see a very large stone snake exit from the wall, and you hear a voice say,
Speak the phrase of the mummy.
and you've been chanting,
Death is only the beginning, death is only the
Death
beginning,
is
death is
only
only the
the
beginning.
Literally, it can't even get out of the sentence, speak the phrase of the money, because by the time it says speak the fret, you said death is only the beginning. He goes, and recedes back into the walls. And the roller coaster once again speeds forward and does a loop. Actually, there's no loop.
There's no loops.
It's not accurate.
No, Universal rides suck, so
Yeah,
there's no
yeah.
loop.
And does some cool twists and turns and stuff. And then it once again stops. And you see nothing at first, just total darkness. But then on the left side of the coaster, a spotlight hits a hole in the wall that looks to be big enough for your arm. A voice says,
Will you take the risk of the mummy?
and inside the hole, if one of you would like to roll a perception check, maybe you'll see what's inside.
Hot dice.
In my head, I was on the left side of the coaster since I said Ron could sit in the middle, so I feel like I'm right next to it.
Sure.
Glenn is actually taking notes about all the things he would change in the ride. So he's actually like, oh, okay, hold on.
I got 18.
So with an 18, you can see that inside is a shield. If anybody would like to, roll Arcana.
Ooh, okay. All right. 11 total.
Shit, you know, I rolled another 18.
I got 19 total.
Whoa.
I got a 17.
Everybody but Glenn can tell
Because
that
he's
there's-
taking notes about how the
He's
rides
taking
are.
notes, can tell that there is something magical about this shield. But with your 18 perception, you can also see some snakes in that same hole.
You know, do we feel like it's going to kill us if we don't do it? Is that the risk?
I mean, it's the risk. We got to take a risk, right? I don't want
I've
to
got
die.
an idea.
I shoved my arm in.
I've got an idea.
Wait. What are your Ron's idea first?
All right, it's too late. He did it. Immediately, your meaty arm going inside, the snakes and sink their fangs into you. So roll 3 separate Constitution
Jesus.
saving throws. Try to beat an 11 on your Constitution saving throws.
I got pretty good constitution, guys.
Yeah, you're a beefy boy. You're the perfect person for this to happen
20,
to.
19, because I got plus 3. And then that was a 15, 18. 20, 19, 18.
You succeeded your Constitution saving throw, which means you only take half damage. So each of those snakes does 3d6 poison damage. So you're going to roll 9d6 poison damage and halve that, and that's how much damage you take.
Jesus.
I got 29. So
You took 14 HP of damage. So you have been poisoned. Poison means that you have disadvantage on all combat and ability checks until you get it cured or take a long enough rest for it to go away. You now have the Shield of Protection by Jake Nolan.
Would have been useful a couple seconds ago.
Yeah. So this was sent in by Jake Nolan. Thank you, Jake.
Thanks, Jake.
You can tell there's some magic in it, but you're going to have to beat a DC 20 Arcana check to find out what that magic is. Or you could just put it on.
guys, I took the risk and I got the shield.
You're looking a little peaky there, Darryl.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm poisoned. I'm feeling pretty sick.
Suck the venom out. You
I
gotta.
put no, I can't hear. I put my arm out in front
Henry,
of
suck the venom
I put
out.
my arm out in front of Ron. Well, Ron's right next to me.
okay,
true.
yeah, I try to suck it out.
All right, go ahead and roll Constitution to see if you also get poisoned. Because that's not a real thing you should do in real life if you get bitten.
Wait, really?
Yeah, you shouldn't do it.
13.
So what's your modifier? Is there a plus something on it?
Yeah, +1.
+1. Okay, so it's 14. No. You don't take the damage, but you are now poisoned. So you have disadvantage on combat
Guys,
checks.
that reminds me, I took a survival wilderness course, and you're not supposed to suck the poison out of someone's. Oh, you did it. Oh, sorry. I'm up in front of them, so I can't
Well,
see
what
what
do
they're
you do
doing.
with poison, Henry?
You get poisoned. Unfortunately, I didn't have any spells prepped for this.
That's like what your liver's for, man.
Yeah, so you're gonna be poisoned for a little bit. It doesn't seem like usually, really bad snake bites. Like if it's gonna kill you, I think by now you'd be in a lot worse shape. So I think you should be okay.
Hey, so I'm getting like a big old magic sort of vibe from this shield, and I feel like I did my part. I took that risk. I put my arm in there before you guys could say anything. That felt pretty risky.
Yeah, because I actually had a really good idea.
Yeah, I was
I
curious
had
about
a
that
bunch
myself.
of spells.
I was going to send in one or 3 rats because snakes love rats, and so they'd be distracted by the rats, and then we'd grab the shield ourselves. But as for the shield itself, sure, I could put it on. I actually don't have many hit points left, but I could definitely try putting it on.
Look, I maybe it's just me being woozy, but I feel like there's some judgment that maybe I shouldn't put my arm in there right away, and I admit. It was a little hasty. I'm a little nervous, but it said that we had to be risky. It was a little risky, but I feel like maybe I did that risk. Maybe somebody else can look at this shield. It's pretty magical. It feels magical. Henry, you want to look at it?
Yeah, let me take a look at it first. So I have to beat a DC 20? So I have to hit like a natural 20, basically.
No, you might have a
Arcana?
plus something to Arcana, right? Because you're like a magic boy.
No, but that's intelligence, and druids are dumb.
Oh, no. Do any of you have high
I got
intelligence?
They're
+2
Yodas.
Arcana. I could give it a shot.
I've got +4 Arcana.
Oh, go for it.
Yeah.
You have plus. Oh, damn.
I don't know.
Because Ron dabbled in some weird, freaky shit.
Ron is emotionally intelligent.
Nope.
Glenn also is a no.
All right. Well, then you're not going to know what it is unless you bring it to an NPC who might be able to identify it for
Hey,
you.
Doug.
Doug.
Yeah, what's up?
What's the deal with this shield,
Hey,
dude?
Doug, what's your Arcana?
It's not high. I'm an intern. My intelligence is not too. Actually, no. Wisdom would not be super high for just doing this work for free.
He's probably
So
super overqualified.
yeah,
He
he's probably
has a
actually got a
PhD or
he's got
something.
like, let's say he's really intelligent and really not wise because he's hanging out with you guys.
so
he's got
masters in philosophy or something.
yeah, exactly. Art history. So he's got a +5 to Arcana. Let's say.
Oh, that's nice of you.
Ooh, you rolled a 2. Sorry. He's like, yeah, I don't know. Sorry, guys.
Well, can't you just give your best guess, Doug?
My best guess.
Fake it till you make it, Doug.
Yeah, man.
What do you think it
Yeah,
does?
on our team, we're all about positivity and contributing to the group. Doug, what do you contribute?
I was willing to go on this alone and save you the trouble of getting stung by or beaten by a bunch of snakes.
That's a good point, Doug. We'll talk about it when we grab lunch next week.
I'll be late by about 20 minutes and then act like I wasn't.
Seems like this roller coaster's been stopped for a suspiciously
I was
long
about
amount
to
of
say,
time.
Yeah, so the
So you're
roller
putting the
coaster,
shield on, or?
Let's hold on to it for now and then get it inspected, I think.
so the roller coaster speeds off again,
So I did it.
and when it comes
Guys,
up,
I did it. I solved the second puzzle. I'm feeling pretty sick.
and Doug's like, I don't know why, but I kind of feel like the risk was you could take the shield or not take the shield. I feel like the roller coaster would have kept going no matter what. But I'm glad you did it.
Thanks.
So the roller coaster once again halts to a stop after a bunch of thrilling twists and turns. And on the walls around you, you can see painted scarab beetles, like black little scarab beetles, and you see some holes in the wall.
Don't put your hands in there, guys.
Little tiny ones, too small for your holes.
Don't put anything else in there.
Ew. And you remember Bite of the Mummy, and you hear through the speakers behind you the wonderful soundtrack to the Stephen Sommers movie, The Mummy, fades away, and you hear the skittering of scarabs getting closer and closer.
How many holes around us?
There's 2 holes on either side.
Guys, we have anything we can plug these things up with or what?
So I'm going to give you 60 seconds to come up with a plan.
Okay, maybe the shield on one?
Put the shield over some of them. I'm going to cast Entangle and shoot Grasping Weeds into the holes.
We could make the rocky corpse hold the shield against one of the walls.
Yeah. Lean the hands up so it's just club blocking one of
All
them.
right, I'm going to cast Entangle, so I do that.
Does it say what like the radius of it is, like the size of it?
It sprout from the ground in a 20-foot square
20
starting...
feet! Okay, so you completely covered one wall in your vines then.
Okay, shisha!
All right, so the other... So
We drag the stone corpse over to the other one and like lean him against with his hands up in the raise the roof pose, cover up one of the holes entirely.
All right, roll me. Anybody can roll me a strength check with advantage because you're all trying to do it. Actually, well, no, you'd have to unbuckle yourself from your restraints.
I mean, how many holes are on the? I mean, is it worth moving the stone guy to cover one hole?
I mean, we need to figure out what. Give me something then, Matthew.
How many is the? How many
2
holes?
other holes.
There are 2 on the
walls.
other side.
Oh, just 2 holes.
yeah,
yeah.
just 2.
Okay, yeah. Okay, let's do that on the shield.
You got to undo your strength, which you don't have to check for. You just do it. But then you're gonna have to roll strength to move the guy.
Oh, I shouldn't do because I'm sick. Okay, well, I got natural 20 on the first one. Second one, I got natural 20. Whoa! I shit you not.
2020, baby!
Shit.
Oh, man.
That's 20 plus 3.
Okay. All right. So
I go,
yeah,
I
describe
just
what happened.
lift him. I scream and I don't even take off my restraints. So this is my screaming. I just rip out of them and I go, oh God, I feel so sick. Now I know what Grant feels like on these coasters. And then I pick up the stone guy and I kind of just like stumble over the 3 of you. I'm like, sorry, excuse me, coming through. And then I put the stone guy up against the hole.
Okay, awesome. So
I
that
go,
one's-
Ron, put the shield in the other hole.
Wait, no, the shield's important. I rip off my t-shirt, revealing a set of rippling abs, and I bundle up the t-shirt and plug up the hole.
How big is the hole? How big is your t-shirt?
You said small holes.
Oh, I guess that's
Small,
true.
yes.
He said dick-sized holes.
It's enough to. I did not. At no point did I
he
say
did not
that
say that.
series of words in that
He
order.
said
not say that.
Yeah.
No. What happened is he said tiny holes.
yeah.
And Freddie heard dick-sized
dick-sized holes. Yeah. God.
Hey, what?
Hey guys, it's
Glenn.
Anthony. It's Anthony, your daddy master. Don't size shame. It's fine.
Glenn, dude, you look good, man.
Yeah, work
How you
out.
That's like DILF. That's the sort of body I think Carol wants me to have. That's like the DILF body.
Was Glenn on Dilfs of Disneyland? Like, for real, though?
Why don't you?
Whoa.
Why don't you,
For real, though?
Why don't you roll charisma to see if you were on Dilfs of
Oh,
Disneyland?
you walked into the wrong room, motherfucker.
You walked into the wrong room, motherfucker. Oh, charisma gives me, oh boy, that's a +6 on the saving throw modifier on an 18, so that's a 24.
Jesus, you're not the focus of the
You were
first
Dilf
Dilfs
of
of
the day.
Disneyland, but you were like in the background of the very first Dilfs of Disneyland post, and then later on they actually got one of you, and it's about you. You were the
wow.
Daily Dilf for one day.
Wearing like Mickey ears and like just like, why is this guy at Disneyland alone?
Fucking alone. This guy who has a kid.
Wait. You didn't go with Nick? You go to Disneyland by yourself
No.
and you don't bring your child?
He was in school that day, dude.
That's the best time to go.
That's the best time to go. Hold on, man. He's got to get his
Hey, Nick,
education.
we're going to Disneyland on Wednesday. Can you do that? No, I have school. Can we do Saturday? Nah, I'm busy Saturday.
Saturday sucks, dude. The lines suck on Saturday,
worst
dude.
fucking
It takes
person.
like 40 minutes to get Dole Whip
Oh,
on Saturday.
boy.
I'll bring you some Dole Whip,
What
though.
a garbage. And it's melted by the time you get to
As
him.
if fucking Glenn doesn't have like a cooler that he
That's
like,
true, yeah.
He doesn't have a stroller that with a fake baby in it to get him in the front of lines. He doesn't need to. He doesn't need to.
So Glenn is shirtless now.
yeah.
So you hear the skittering, and then you just hear like, you just hear air, little puffs of
I
air
told you guys, it's just air.
coming out of the wall.
Fuck off.
Oh my god.
But then you do actually hear the skittering of real. I was setting up a little double blind, but no, you've successfully blocked it off. A bunch of real scarabs try to come out, but they get stymied. You see them trying to strain against your vines, and they can't quite make it. And they come up against the stone, and they're stymied by the stone. And they're beginning to chew through the shirt, but you plugged it up well enough that basically the roller coaster zooms off once again, and you've completed the 3 trials of the mummy. It continues through the darkness and then slowly comes to a stop. And some lights turn on beneath you. You can see into the gully works of the roller coaster. And far down beneath you, which is it's accessible via a ladder, but if you had fucked up the scarabs thing, you probably would have dropped from like panicking and stuff. But basically, you can see 2 ladders one on either side of the roller coaster that lead downward. And down there, you can see. Actually, why don't you roll me perception? I'll tell you how much you see.
Ooh, natural birth 20.
I got a 2.
I got a 20 as well.
I got a 10.
A lot of 20s. Okay,
Well, I
so,
got a 14 plus 6.
great. You see that there are 3 mummies down there, actually. There is one that is very tall and skinny and wearing a skirt.
Oh man.
There is another. It's wearing a skirt, almost like they stopped bandaging this person at the waist for some reason. There's one that's kind of smaller and stocky, and there's one that's very curvaceous. And all 3 of them have long gray hair that kind of comes out of the top of their mummy bandages.
Ron, what's going on?
What's up, Ron?
Yeah, Ronnie, you're having a reaction. What's up?
I'm having a reaction because I don't know about you guys, but I've been dreaming about 3 people that shape-wise look a lot like these mummies, but like they're purple.
Whoa, but we see them in their dreams. Because we're in we dream, so maybe they dream. And maybe like this is their real, could this be the lair that they've been in this whole time? I suggest we proceed with caution, gentlemen.
So down there, you also can see what's a good brand of suitcase that like a normal human being would.
Toomey.
A Samsonite. You see 3 suitcases down there. You see a Samsonite, a Toomey,
Samsonite. I
and
was
another.
way off.
I was way off. God, that joke's fucking good. You see 3 suitcases down there. One of them has kind of popped open, and you can see inside of it some gold. And
Are these mummies moving around?
the 2 smaller ones, the 2 non-curvaceous ones, are kind of just standing there idly. The curvaceous one is kind of ambling around randomly, kind of like a zombie.
Whoa,
Ron,
mummies.
you think these are the purple people?
You can also see that they're holding things, but you're too far up to see what they are. If you get closer, you can do another perception roll to see if you can tell what they're holding.
Here's a thought. I could Hulk out again, and Glenn's ripping it. He could probably help me out here.
I don't think we should just jump the gun. I think we should approach with caution, but I don't do you know what I mean? I don't know.
The car is stopped.
So just so you know, the car is completely stopped. It's going to be stopped for as long as you want to come up with a plan. So because you succeeded in all the trials and stuff like that, you basically can plan this out however you want to, and you'll get advantage if you try to surprise them. Basically, you get a free surprise attack if you choose to attack them. Whatever
sounds
you do
like we're
is
getting into a combat, so it might be nice to have a.
Well, no, I'm just saying if that's something you'd want to do.
So, the mummies, they're, covered in bandages, right?
Yeah, I got this oil from this jug. We could just pour it down there and just light the whole thing on fire and let it burn out. You know what I mean?
That's kind of what I was wondering.
Pretty good idea. I mean, we should probably check who they are, maybe.
Yeah, I just want to make sure, look, this is a weird world. There's a lot of crazy stuff. For all we know, these are people that fell off the ride and they need just help, you know?
Okay, well, what about this? I don't know if you guys have ever had, a bandage or a
Now I
cast
understand the purpose of the
or
DM screen.
anything, but here's the thing. What if we just pour water on them?
Okay, so the bandages will get all soaked and slough
Yeah,
off?
and it'll be all nasty. Nobody wants to live like that, so they'll either surrender or
I got an idea. I don't want to get into a combat where we could get hurt. I'm poisoned. We've been in a lot of combat recently. How about we just get ready to take them out, and then we double check who they are before we do it.
Sounds great.
Somebody gets in position. Glenn pours the gasoline all over them, and then Henry, maybe we tie you up on a rope and we hold you. And you drop down, and you say
like a drop bear?
And you drop, like a drop
Mission
bear.
Impossible?
Yeah, and you drop down with a lit match. You say, "Hey, who are you guys? I'm going to light you on fire." And then depending on what they say, we pull you back up, or you
Now,
talk to
what
them.
I don't like about that is what if they attack me and then I drop the match and then
We're gonna pull you up.
and
You're,
then
attached.
but then a whole wall of flame scorches me.
No,
first.
it's not that much fire. I mean, I'll do it.
Here's what I'm going to
If
say.
you're scared, I'll do it. I can do it. Let's do it. I'm
All
probably going to die anyways. I'm
All right,
poisoned.
Darryl, settle down for a second.
Poisoned.
Darryl gets so morose when he's feeling sick.
When he's
Darryl's
feeling
one of those-
poisoned.
Darryl's one of those guys that when he has a cold, he's like, I'm going to die. I'm going to be like this forever, Carol.
Yeah,
Please make me
absolutely.
soup.
Let me, because we're pretty far up, but I bet they can hear us, right? How far down are they?
They're about 20 feet down.
is there any way leading out of... So if we're looking down and sort of what does it look like? Is there exits that they can go through, or
yeah,
or
is
is
it
it
just
just
a well?
one contained area?
It's basically just a well, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh, sorry. And also down there, you can see the bodies of a bunch of other people who tried to get there and kill them.
Oh.
You see a bunch of Neverwintrians who are down there who have their flesh is falling off them. Maybe they got eaten by scarabs. Some of
Buried
them.
the lead there a little bit.
Yeah, I have so many things that I forget which ones are man. Some of them look like they got eaten by scarabs. Some of them look like they got poisoned by snakes. Some of them look like they were stoned. All the people that Boreanaz sent in
It's
here.
all the detritus from the
Yes.
people who failed the test. So we
Yes.
don't know if they. All right, I just go, hey.
Wait. No, before you do that, I'm going to bardic inspiration you and then be like, hey, don't worry, Henry. You got the touch.
Okay.
You got the power.
I go, hey.
The curvy mummy looks up at you and cocks its head slightly to the left and then just starts to moan.
What's your view on murder?
What's your deal?
So give me another perception check, Henry.
A 10.
Okay, so that's not going to do it. If you get closer, I'll let you go again, and this roll will be easier.
Guys, I'm going to go down a little bit. There could be other stuff down there that we don't want to burn or destroy. I'm just going to climb down this ladder a little bit. And I've got a rope. So I tie one end of the rope to the...
Wait, can I try something really quick?
Yeah.
I just, and I spit a loogie down there at one of them.
Roll dexterity. Are you trying to hit one of them?
Yeah.
Okay, which one?
The one that's right below me. So
Okay,
the one that's looking up at
the
us.
small. Okay, the curvy one. Okay, so there's the stocky one, the curvy one, and the
I
tall
get
one.
disadvantage, right? Ooh, that was a 15.
You hit her directly in the forehead, and she doesn't react at all. She's just busy moaning, just
seems like a zombie
reaching up at Henry,
situation.
just.
I mean, it feels like it's not a person.
Yeah.
I'd be pretty mad if a loogie hit me on the forehead.
Yeah, all right.
I'm going to uncork the oil and just sprinkle
All right,
it
let's
down
see how they
over
react
there.
to the oil.
Okay, so still no reaction to the oil. They're just and they're doing this. They're moving their hand. And okay, actually, so this is good. As they're moving their hands, and you're closer, so go ahead and roll perception again.
Okay.
It's like our kids. It's like goofy.
God, I got a fucking 9.
There's something white in one hand and something black in her other hand.
There's something.
If you get closer, you can see more.
Okay, this could be something valuable down there. I don't want to burn it all.
Okay, how close are you though to them?
How close am I?
You
right
are, let's say you're 10 feet up.
So I'm 10 feet up.
And she slowly starts ambling toward the ladder,
Okay.
as if to maybe she's going to try to climb up.
Oh, I got it.
Oh.
So I'm going to cast. I'm like, hey, Henry, look away.
All right, I look away.
So I'm going to cast hypnotic pattern, which is a third level illusion that I can do. Now I'm going to explain this as Glenn can finger tut.
What?
Finger tutting? Like, you know, when you like at the end of, you know, like this sort of thing.
No one knows what you've done. Especially our
Congratulations, you have outdone my word puzzle as the worst thing to possibly reference on a podcast.
I got you, Freddie. Step up 3D.
Step up 3D. The
Finger
end.
dancing is what you're trying to explain.
Hold on, it's called finger tutting. Hold on, just give me a second.
We're on the same wavelength.
I'm just gonna.
This is finger dancing?
At the end of Step Up 3, this guy does like cool
I'm literally
finger
pulling up a
dancing.
video. It's
Oh
like,
my gosh.
like this sort of thing.
Yes, that sort of thing. People at home.
Everyone just Google finger
That's
tutting.
pretty cool.
That's
pretty fucking
That is
cool.
fucking hypnotic. Man, this is so
Glenn
much better
isn't-
than Step Up to the Streets.
Okay, so anyway, look up finger tutting. It's great. It'll drop down a whole YouTube rabbit hole of fantastic videos of people with extraordinary talent. But Glenn can finger tut.
Okay.
So that is going to be a twisting pattern that weaves through the air inside a 30-foot cube. The creatures in the area who sees the pattern must make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
On a failed save, the creature becomes charmed for the duration. While charmed by the spell, the creature is incapacitated and has a speed of 0.
Nice.
The spell ends for an affected creature if it takes any damage or if someone else uses an action to shake the creature out of its stupor.
So what's the wisdom saving throw it has to make?
It is a wisdom saving throw of 14.
So it just stops dead in its tracks and like lowers its hands and looks up at your finger tutting, transfixed, and you go like, whoa.
And like, and also I make this noise when I do it. I'm like,
That's
Yikes.
that's horrible. That's horrible. That's a crime.
not to a rhythm, just random noises.
The noises you make snap her back out of it, and it's like you never did it. No, that's horrible.
But she's holding the two things?
Yeah, so she's still holding the two things, but now she's lowered them down to her sides, and she's looking up in awe.
She's
at the
really
finger
incapacitated.
dancing.
You can get
she's-
really close.
You
Okay,
do as
I'm
many
going to go as close as I can.
Okay, so give me a stealth with advantage to not get the attention of the other two.
remember, you have a +8 because I gave you the touch, the power, Sam
A
Bush.
+8?
You have a 1d8 that you can throw for any ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. You can do it after you're seeing the roll, but before knowing the
I
outcome.
can add a D8.
You can choose to add a 1d8 to that.
That's the two pyramids ass, right?
Correct. So hold on, what number did you get?
I got a 9.
Okay,
Oh, wait,
so
well,
you-
plus let me see my stealth. What do I have for stealth? +2, so 11. So I should.
Probably want
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, I got a 13.
The two mummies sort of turn around and see you, and they start very slowly ambling toward you. You can tell that the curvy mummy that was looking up at you is sort of more put together and less decomposed than the other
Oh,
two.
she's like the queen mummy.
And the other two are kind of like, they're a little bit more rotting. They have a harder time moving around, essentially. So you have basically a turn of action before they reach you, and that's assuming you stayed completely still.
Okay, I'm gonna grab what's in her hands.
In her left hand, you can see a piece of paper, seemingly, some sort of white piece of paper. Something's written on the end of it, but you can't see a lot of it because she's holding onto the middle of it. But you can see the letter R is just barely visible on the letter.
Okay,
In her other hand is a gun.
a gun.
What's down there, Henry?
I got it. She's got a letter and a gun. I feel like the letter's going to have more information for us. I'm going to go for the letter first.
Guns seem kind of redundant at this point.
I mean, yeah, I can turn into a bear. I'm going to go for the letter, and I'm going to try to tug it out and replace it with this CVS receipt that's been in my pockets the entire time.
You could probably wrap the whole CVS receipt around the mummy, though. At least cut it in half. You bad man.
I use the CVS receipt to disguise my face like a mummy to dupe the other two mummies into thinking I'm a mummy.
That's great. Roll deception.
I got a 10.
Yeah, it's not good
But
enough.
wait, I have inspiration from my dad joke.
Oh, yeah, you roll again.
I'm not going to blow it on this. That's stupid. Okay, so I give the note a tug.
Okay.
To try to pry it loose.
So she's incapacitated, so the note just comes out very easily.
Okay.
And so,
Whoa, Anthony has pulled out an actual letter from
Ooh,
his
prop
bag of
work,
tricks.
my
Ooh.
favorite.
Wow.
And he's handing it over to Will
Handing
now.
it to Will.
you don't have to read this aloud if you don't want to. It's up to you. It
Okay.
is up
Do
to
I
your
have time to
discretion.
read it before the mummies get me?
You can like move around pretty quickly. If you want to be just like weirdly sort of dodging and juking them like playing
Can
Resident
you just
Evil.
climb back up and read
I
it
can
once
just
it
kind of
gets up here?
scooch back
Yeah,
up
you
the
can climb
ladder
back
a
up. You
little
definitely
bit.
have time to climb back up.
Okay. All right. I scooch back up the ladder a little bit. Like, guys, I'm opening the note right now.
Should we light the place on fire now?
Henry, hurry up. I'm running out of moves. I'm just cycling through the old ones.
What the fuck?
Will is
What
reading a note.
the fuck? Oh, no. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Hey, Henry, should we light this place on fire?
Henry just stares in shock, and he's just static on the ladder, and his hand starts trembling, and tears start streaming down his face.
Well, Hey, guys.
Sure, I'm gonna climb down there and help you back up.
Henry's not listening to any of you.
Okay, if one of you wants to pull him up, you're gonna have to just, do something to either snap him out of it or physically yank him up.
Henry!
What's a good way to make him snap out of things? I just
So
snap at him.
the mummies down below are
Henry
slowly
goes
climbing up the
lightheaded and
ladder.
lets go of the ladder and falls to the ground.
Okay, so you fall into the arms of the other two mummies that are at the bottom of the
As
ladder.
he's falling, Darryl literally leaps from the coaster and leaps towards the ladder. He wants to get 10 feet down the ladder and grab on. My plan is just to get down there as quickly as possible.
Okay, cool. So roll acrobatics to see if you can land without taking any damage. You're gonna have to beat a 19.
Motherfucker, I do get a 19.
Really?
Yeah, I could just roll an 18.
Oh wow. Okay, so how do you land?
Since I leap off the coaster and I fireman pose it where I barely grab both sides of the ladder, I just slip down.
Okay.
And then at the end I grab it and I backflip off of it.
Fucking
I
cool.
kick it with I put my 2 feet out, I backflip and I land right where Henry landed.
Okay, so the two mummies sort of turn to look at you. One of them turns to face you, the stocky one. Roll perception.
Holy shit, you guys.
I got a 20. I got 19 plus 1.
20. With a 20, you can see
Oh
no.
shit, oh my God.
you can see that there is a letter tucked into her bandages. And it's halfway in, halfway out, and the first 3 letters on it are DAR.
Okay. I'm going to, as I landed, I think I'm going to invoke rage.
Don't hurt them!
Okay, I'm not gonna hurt them, and I grab the letter while kicking them off. I'm trying to grab it and then push them away.
Okay,
at the same time.
So if you're trying to do 2 things, let's say you're doing it at disadvantage. So let's do dexterity because you're kicking them and grabbing a thing at the same time.
I got 12.
Okay, so with the 12, you manage to grab a hold of the letter, but it grabs hold of your wrist, and you can kick it away, and it falls to its knees. So you're kind of just almost still holding it up, but it's holding onto your wrist, and it's got you.
Hey,
So,
Darryl,
Ron
do you
and
need a
Glenn,
hand?
do you want to do anything?
First I turned to Doug and I'm like, not only those guys can do cool things, I'm a part of the team and I do cool things too. So if you want anybody to show you the ropes or whatever to
Yeah, I'd
be
love
in
that.
on this team, okay, I'm gonna actually just climb down this ladder. And Doug, if you could watch the phones for me and then watch for
Yeah.
any incoming packages.
I'll hold your calls.
Okay, thank you.
So you go down, and the tall, skinny one turns to look at you. Now you roll perception.
Okay. I got a 13.
She's holding in her hand a letter that says Ron.
Hi, can I have that?
Roll persuasion.
Natural 20.
Fuck off.
I see that works, and I go.
Can I read it?
If you want to.
I see that works. I go. Oh. Hey, can I have mine as well?
Right, Beth?
Beth is wide mouthed right now.
Oh
This is
my
very,
God.
very, very good.
That is
going to
currently
cry.
holding my favorite thing I've ever written.
I'm going to. Oh my God. Wow.
All right,
Hey,
Henry.
what's going on down there, guys?
Glenn, you need to get down here right now.
All right.
I ask for it as well, saying that it works for.
Yeah, you don't have disadvantage. You can go ahead and roll persuasion.
In that case, without the disadvantage, I got 19 minus 1. That's 18. And
God,
he's
I'm
bringing
gonna-
me a letter, and it says Darryl.
Hey, guys, are we good?
Glenn,
Should we just...
Glenn.
Huh? What?
Come here.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Darryl drops to the floor, and he's just crying.
What the fuck is going on,
I
man?
put a hand on Daryl's shoulder, and with the note trembling in my hands, I read, My lion, I am so sorry. If you are reading this, we're beyond saving. 10 years after your disappearance, my witch-sewing feminist theory book Love Circle located a massive amount of energy coming from this theme park ride. I intended to investigate alone, but Carol and Samantha insisted on joining me. We stuffed our suitcases full of things that might help us find you, and we headed to Universal Studios Hollywood. While in line for the ride, we fell through a portal of the most brilliant violet color. My heart swelled knowing I might see you again after all this time, might see our 2 beautiful boys. But we kept falling for years. This pyramid and everything in it has been falling for the past 10 years. This vortex swimming with magic. None of us have ever needed to sleep or eat since we fell through. But we are losing ourselves. This vortex feels as if it's siphoning away something integral to us. Our essence, our minds. My crystals seem to have protected me from the worst effects of it. I knew fucking crystals worked, by the way. But I still feel something is changing, something I cannot stop. there is nothing I can tell you that you don't already know. If I do not get to see you again while I am still myself, I can at least draw comfort from the fact that I have left nothing unsaid between us. You know my heart as completely as I know yours. I wish I could be with you to see this through to the end. Tell the boys I love them. Te amo, millón. Hasta la próxima vida. Mercedes O. Garcia. April 20th, 2040.
I crawl over to the mummy and through my tears I try to unravel the bandage on the head.
I'm gonna hold it back from that.
Whoa.
Yeah, are you sure you want to do that?
I mean, that's what I'm
holding
trying to
it
do.
back.
Daryl, just no.
That's Carol though.
Yeah, I know, but you don't want to look at her like that, man.
That's Carol.
It's Carol. It's Carol.
But if it's her, we gotta do something.
It's okay. We'll do something. We're gonna do something. We're gonna figure this out. We're gonna figure this out, man.
I fold the letter and I just put it in my pocket.
Ron, how you doing, champ?
I sit down crisscross applesauce. With the letter in my hand, I just keep reading it silently to myself, and you guys can only see my lips moving. And then I stare at one of the mummies as tears move down my face. Then you catch what I'm repeating. Ronnie, you are enough just as you are, Samantha.
The mummies sort of
They were mommies.
They were mommies. They see you reading the letters, and there is an exhalation of relief that exits their bodies. And with one big sigh of utter contentment, they collapse to the ground and they stop moving.
Glenn goes, now y'all know why I fucking stick to Disney rides.
Oh my
Dungeons and Daddies is Matt Arnold as Darryl Wilson, Anthony Burch is our DM, Will Campos as Henry Oak, Beth May as Ron Stampler, and myself, Freddie Wong, as Glenn Close. Additional recording this week by Chad Ellis. Theme song and outro is a little ditty called All Right by Maxton Waller. Thank you this week to Jake Nolan for submitting an item we used in this episode. He gets to submit names and items because he's a Patreon supporter. And you know who else gets to do that? Just some folks by the name of Freya Matheson, Charlie, Spencer Lone Fight, Kyle Yonke, Andrew Alewine, Renu Shirali, Andrew Gillen, Rachel, Andrew Duck, and Dylan Ott. Thank you so much, folks. For just $5 a month, you can get in on item and character name submissions, an entire post-recording podcast we do called Talking Dad, and a whole lot more. Will and I are currently working on the next stretch goal, which will be available to patrons at all levels, which is going to be the long-awaited Henry Oak rap album. We've been talking about some truly ridiculous ideas for this, so please check out our Patreon at patreon.com/dungeons and dads and see if anything tickles your fancy. And you know what? Maybe nothing does tickle your fancy. Maybe you want to be a freeloader. Don't let me tell you how to live your life. Gosh! Our website where you can get merch is dungeonsanddaddies.com. We are at Dungeons and Dads on Twitter, bit.ly Dungeon Dads for that private Facebook group, and r/Dungeons and Daddies for that subreddit. Next episode coming at you February 4th. We will see you then.
There was a time when you could read between the lines. You know they never brought you down. Never brought you down.
Hey folks, this is Will Campos from Dungeons and Daddies. We've had a lot of fun today, but you know what's not fun? Snake bites. If you get bitten by a snake, make sure to know how to deal with that in case that happens.
You know what you do? You Google that shit.
With your non-bitten arm.
Or your phone that's not turned into stone.